Hey guys, welcome to this quick Members Drive dashboard tour. Hope you are doing excellent. This will be very short, but we will release more in-depth videos of each specific module in the coming days or weeks. But right now this is just a really short, quick tour basically. All right, so first things first, we go to www.membersdrive.com and you will end up on the login page here, and I already entered the required username and password, so I'm going to hit login and it will take me to the dashboard of your specific account basically. Okay, so this is the first thing you will see after logging in. So this is the dashboard. There are a few things here that stand out and that require some explanation. First, you will see that right now you can only manage the events and the members, and we are working, of course, to roll out more of these features in the coming weeks, in the coming months. So, but for now, it's basically just the dashboard, the events, and the members. All right, so what do we see here? First, you'll notice a few statistics here. So these are the statistics, just to glance over it. It doesn't really have any more in-depth purpose than that, but it's nice to have a quick overview of these numbers. And these are the numbers for the past 30 days. And I can click any of these shortcuts here to instantly update these numbers based on whatever time frame I click here. Alright, so this isn't, you will notice a few elements here and there that are faded out or are less visible basically, like the search bar and some elements here, and also this element right here. These features aren't activated just yet, so we're still working on all those features that are basically faded out. Okay, so that's as far as the quick overview of the statistics go. Upcoming events. This is a module that basically shows your upcoming events. The first upcoming event is of course this one, and it will tell you how much front-end views it has received so far, so how many people have viewed the actual event on your website, how many registrations are there in case the registrations are activated, and it gives me the ability to instantly edit this event, which I will show later on. And I can scroll through these events easily. So these are really just basically just the upcoming 10 events in this case. I can create a new event instantly from this module right here. So this is really again basically just for a quick overview. The same is true for the calendar. The calendar here, it allows me to just glance over my events quickly, and I can click an event and I can edit it and can instantly remove it. It will of course give you a confirmation first. So I can view my events in list mode. So this is just for this month or the next month. You can of course click these, and yeah, so this is basically again just for a quick overview. And the same is true for these badges here that you see, of which only the first two are currently active, which I will explain later on. So the newest member, they joined. I can view this member's profile. Most popular member, which is based on the front end views. of the business directory. So in the business directory, you can view a member's detailed profile page, and each time that happens, increases their popularity, basically. At least that's how it works in this case. Okay, so most active member, this depends on the ability for us to track how many events a member attends or registers for, and I'll explain this later on. And the latest registration, which will also show a member. It basically is the same story. It requires us to be able to track which events a member attends, basically. And we are working on adding an ability to do just that. And this is in fact almost ready. So not just yet, but we expect this to roll this out within 1 or 2 weeks max. Okay, so your members. This is again a quick overview. I can change, or I can move to a more extended view, or I can just have a quick look here at my members, and I can actually click one, and it will take me to this member's profile. I can search a member really quickly, so I can enter advanced, and it will show me Trans Impact Technologies, or anything that starts in this case with add fee, etc. Okay, so I can also order, for example, by member since, or views or clicks or whatever. Okay, so I can of course scroll through my members. This is all just really basic, and it's the purpose of these modules is really to just have a really quick overview. All right, so the next module is the events module. Which will take you right here, and the first thing you'll see is the first or the 6 soonest upcoming events. So this is really just, I mean, you will probably work a lot with these events that will happen within 1 month from now, and this is really just a quick overview of those upcoming events. Now I can do a few things here, a few things that I can also do in the all events overview, which is I can create a new event, and clicking this new event will bring up the add new event window. I can export my data as an Excel file, I can export my data as a PDF file, or I can print my data. And this Excel file will export all these upcoming events. And so if you want to have a complete export of all the events, you need to use these buttons here in this table. Okay, next thing, I can export my registrations. This button is used to export registrations. So you'll see that for these 2 events, there are in fact registrations, and I can export them. And same is true, for example, for the marijuana laws in workplace event. There were 14 registrations, and I can instantly export them as a CSV file, which I can then open in Excel using this button. So so that's that. Okay, so let's edit an event. Well, let's first add a new event. So I'm going to just as an example here, of course, test event. More. It will just basically end up in the actual live environment just for a minute or so, but I'll put it way ahead into the future, of course, so nobody will notice. So location, logo, address. All right, organizer, other. Rich text editor, so I can add images here, upload them instantly, links. So basically this is a really basic word editor. So I can, for example, make this bold. Like this. Alright, event type, regular or a monthly recurring event. We are adding more event types like daily, recurring, etc. Right now there's just these two. So a start date, go ahead and do the future. So for example, August 1st. There's also there's always an end date, even if it's on the same day, but it will automatically populate this end date field anyway. So, and it will not end up on the front end of the event details page if the start date and the end date is exactly the same. So, but it will populate the field here anyway. So start time, I can pick anything, end time. Okay, so select one or more categories. I can hold the control button to select more than one. So now I'm just going to select this one. The event requires registration. In this case, yes. Precision deadline is also required. And it will automatically be set to the date of the start of the event, but you can of course change this. Deadline exceeded message. Okay, so these are the buttons or the fields that I want to show in my registration form. So basically, for example, these, and yes, I want members to be able to order a ticket, and okay, so this is basically the same way as you were used to. And we are actually working on improving this and to make this more versatile, more dynamic, and so you no longer have to enter a formula like this one. But for now, we still use this particular method to define the drop-down options. Okay, so this particular option here is really interesting because this is actually what we are working on right now. It's not fully completed just yet, but it will be in the next 1 or 2 weeks at the max. And this will display an additional access code field right above the other fields in the registration form. And the way this works is that each one of your members will be able to request a unique access code, or you can send a specific single member their access code. It will automatically be generated an email to them, or you can send all your members or select few members at once their access code, or they can request their access code themselves directly within the registration form. And I will display how this works, what this looks like as soon as we have added this particular event. And yeah, the thing is, what this allows us to do is to track which members attend or at least register for which events, and this is really valuable.